Hello everyone. Hi, it's Ryan here. We are back for another More Than Modern here at Grey Google Games on another lovely Wednesday night here. I'm here with Shake tonight.
Shake.
How are you feeling?
Not too bad. Mostly excited because Hoogie Man got banned.
Yes. Rest in peace, Hoogie Man.
So I was ranting about it 2 weeks ago about the deck being too good. So
Mm-hmm.
let's just see how the meta adapts. Danny's on Esper Mentor. I spoke to him earlier. And Yang Zijian. Look at his sleeves. If you
Achen
if you
on.
you still ask me what is he playing, then I'm done.
Hey, I knew a guy who like mind game with his
Uh-huh.
sleeves all the time. Like when he was playing like burn decks or fast
Mm-hmm.
decks, aggro decks, he would always play like control flavored sleeves. And
Oh
then when he was
no.
playing control decks, he would play like red colored sleeves. So that it's a tactic, but as you all know, Zhiqian has been playing
Yeah.
on stream for uh quite
Quite a bit.
quite a while, so we know that he is on his favorite deck, Blue Eye
Yes.
Control.
Okay. This matchup, I
Mm-hmm.
feel okay. The interactions that blue white have mostly path and board wipes, which is something Danny's seed can deal with discard spells,
Yeah.
and as well as he's just playing like a one threat a turn. So look at this. So what's
So
Dovin's
he will
veto?
veto the.
Wow.
Are you
Oh,
okay? Yeah.
oh, that's wow.
It's interesting, right?
I'm pretty probably because his hand is pretty stacked. Maybe a turn three Teferi or something that he's trying to protect, but
Yeah.
it doesn't look like he has anything. And whoa.
Mm.
Probably just holding up counter magic and whatnot because he doesn't have an answer to Jace, which is probably more troublesome for ooh
Gets the what is that?
the V click.
Oh yeah, okay. So he probably wanted to protect the wait, no. Yeah, he
No,
wanted to protect the V click, right?
I say like he V click and his own end step respond after the Jace activation. Probably seeing that Danny is stepped out and this is a good time to resolve a threat on board.
Yep.
Danny's hand has no removal, and if I'm Atian, probably will plug Snack Custom Mage because either way he's getting his what do you call it spell pierce, so he choose not to take anything. So that's
Mm.
interesting.
Did you notice we're getting 60 FPS right now? It looks
Oh,
so smooth.
that's good. That's
Yeah.
really good. We are up there, okay, guys.
I
Come
think
on.
the stream is hopefully getting 60 FPS
Yeah.
as well. I'm gonna check the network.
Mm.
Yeah, it looks good.
Um.
Awesome.
One thing I feel about blue white control is that it's a very reactive deck. It intends to interact with your opponent at every stage of the game, including when it's trying to win.
Yeah.
I don't have the mental capacity to play the deck. Let's say for an
Oh.
MCQ, eight rounds, for
Yeah,
example.
it's not a deck that I would.
Um,
It's a good deck.
yeah,
It's not a deck I would bring to sit down and play around. Cause I
yeah.
remember I have another friend who was like,
Mm-hmm.
"Oh, this deck is good." But
Mm-hmm.
it's not. I think it was a combo deck that
Mm-hmm.
was kind of hard to pilot, right? And then I was asking
Mm-hmm.
him, "Yeah, so I gonna bring it?" And it's like, "What? And play for 8 rounds?
Mm-hmm.
No, no. I'd rather die, dude."
Mm-hmm.
So it's like the question of you want to play a deck that you like, right?
Yeah,
Over something that you think is good.
yeah. So that's the thing. It takes a lot to play blue white control.
Mm.
In terms of your time management and reacting to what your opponent is doing, and at this meta game, where the format is really very fast.
Yeah.
We see humans as one of the good decks, and even Grixis Urza, which is a combo deck that wins on the spot. And of course, Blue White has a lot of interaction, but still knowing what to sideboard and knowing how to predict because White has the best sideboard cards.
Yeah.
And how many sideboard slots are you gonna dedicate
To
to
like
us?
to
Yeah,
which deck, right?
to which deck?
Yeah.
Like, do you play more graveyard hit now that I mean, like, do you play more artifact hit now that Hoagie is gone? Then what happens if you play against Dredge? You
Yeah,
know,
and then you're in trouble anyway,
and
cause
that's the problem with playing reactive decks in modern. I mean, not a problem. Maybe like,
the weakness, right? Every
yeah,
deck has a
every deck
weakness.
has a weakness. I
So this is
agree.
the weakness of reactive decks is
Yeah,
that
yeah.
sometimes you have the wrong answers.
Yes, correct. And yeah, I just feel that I mean, kudos to everyone, to the people that loves to play control in modern. When
Yeah.
there are decks out there that wins on turn three, I'm like, no, it's not my cup of tea, but it's good for you.
I like the point that you bring up
Mm.
because like as the saying goes, there are no
Mm.
wrong threats, only wrong answers,
So
right?
yeah,
And a
correct.
format as fast as modern,
Mm-hmm.
you always want to have the right answers. So when
Yes.
you don't draw the right answers
Mm-hmm.
and you're playing a deck like control, so
Mm-hmm.
maybe like blue white control or like a prison deck.
Yep.
So if you don't have the right answers, you're gonna be at a massive
Yeah.
disadvantage in a fast format.
That's true. And now you see the problem. Danny has a
The Jace,
planeswalker
yeah,
on board. And how blue white get rid of planeswalkers probably by the either by countering it, or if it's resolved, bouncing it with cryptic command, or trying to interact with it by attacking with V-click as he tried to do earlier, or
yeah.
colonnade, which is far too slow.
It's far too slow
Yes.
because Danny probably has his own answers
Yes.
as well, right? He's holding up
Mm.
mana for counter magic, or he
Yeah.
has like no, there comes the
Mm.
snapcaster, surgical extra. Yeah, so like he has his own answers as well. So the
Correct.
idea is you want to be more efficient. So when the
Mm-hmm.
planeswalker is out on the board already, it's very hard to pull back.
That is true. And this is still main board where Danny's dead card, for example, Fatal Push is still gonna be very good.
Yeah.
He has time to draw them. Because blue white is really not going to do anything, and blue white wins by attacking with colonnade
Hmm.
and V click. And the Teferi, I don't think the Teferi has enough time to win with the emblem and slowly cutting your opponent
Yeah,
out of it,
definitely not.
removing. So
Not
yeah,
anymore anyway, not in
yeah.
this
I,
game.
I I just feel that Esper Mentor really has the tools to fight blue white control, and this is the end step of Atian. Oh,
Yeah.
okay, I see. Oh, what's going on with the planeswalker?
Did he counter something?
Oh,
Oh,
wait, I'm trying to understand.
oh, he
Oh, okay.
cryptic commanded it, right?
After the surgical resolve, he cryptic
Yeah.
bounce and draw.
So that's
Okay, he chose to bounce and draw.
that's good.
Um,
Answers at least one thread, right?
yeah, but
So
is either Danny plays again, the Jace again, or he can just choose to like drop another thread and whatnot. Because one mana interaction for blue white not a lot. Unless they play spell snare, which I doubt it.
yeah,
I'm
I
not
doubt
sure.
it
Oh, now
too.
you see. So now
Oh,
he's gonna drop
he drop his land.
the mentor, which is a premium threat against control decks, because if he gets to untap or even cast any non-creature spell, it's gonna go crazy. Yep.
Yeah, mentor the style of the
Yes.
deck.
Mm.
I used to have
Mm.
two of these. I think back when it was standard legal, then I sold them. Kind
Uh,
of regret it now, but
they're super expensive right now.
I
Okay.
mean, I
Yeah.
sold them when they were 30,
Okay.
right? And then they went down to 20, and then
Now.
now they're 40.
Okay. You probably just lost
So it's,
$10, so
I
it's
mean, it's fine.
fine.
It's like
Yeah. After
three
a few
years,
years. Yeah.
not really that worth it to hold.
Mm. Okay.
So
Yep. So now the blue white player does not have an answer to I
yeah,
mean Monastery Mentor, which is really a premium threat against blue white. And okay, let's see. Probably he can cryptic to tap, but that doesn't answer the tokens in the long run.
yeah, he needs to
Mm.
get rid of it. And I don't think there's there are like he needs another
Mm.
bounce, right?
True.
Or a board wipe.
Danny attack with the Monastery Mentor, but probably something I'm not gonna do. Probably because I am a much safer player. Mentor is a premium threat, as I said earlier,
Yeah,
and Danny could have lost it with either a flash in Snapcaster or V
when
click.
they could, yeah.
Not that it's wrong. Not that it's wrong to attack. You just want to shorten the clock. But me being a safer player with a
I think I know
premium
why
threat.
he attacked.
Uh huh.
Because if he manages to force out a V click or a
Mm.
snapcaster, he'd be able to cast his Jace then because he'd be tapped out. I
Mm.
think that would be yeah,
That'll
that's
be
why.
fine. But I would rather have Mentor over Jace in this matchup,
I see.
especially when your opponent's removal is just Path to Exile. It rams you anyway. So.
Yeah, that's true. I guess he wants to push the
Mm.
clock,
Yeah.
push the turns.
What is that
Which card?
in his hand? I saw Urza. I might be
Chichen?
seeing things. Okay, wait. That's land. Okay, maybe I'm seeing things. That's the third card beside Cryptic Command. It looks like Urza. I might be wrong. So,
Not really sure what it is. I don't think it's Urza. The art
yeah,
doesn't really look like Urza,
yeah.
but
So, okay. Yeah, it's Urza, right?
it is. Is it? Wait,
Wait. Okay, stop
no
flicking the card.
way.
Okay, Force of Negation,
Stepcaster.
Snapcaster, Cryptic Command. It's something. Okay, wait. We'll
It's
try to
at the
find
back
out.
now, right? Yeah.
Hey, Exodus, what's up? I'm Chicken Ribbons.
Awesome. You have a fan.
Whoa.
Same, same.
Thanks. I can't remember who are you. Probably Ikai, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh,
Okay, so what is this?
see another fan. Your pops.
Okay, who's Artura? Like, hey, what's up? Hey. Okay. So cryptic command to counter the DJs, which I think is at this point he has to do it.
Mm-hmm.
Jace and as our main mentor will probably pressure, what do you call it?
Pressure the
Atian
board,
too
right?
much, too much.
Yeah.
Oh, but yeah, they have unearthed now, so he really has to think about it. He has force of negation, but he knows that Danny has the spell pierce,
Yeah.
or even reminding Danny of the trigger of
Ve- Very good.
good guy Atian. Yeah, it's also right.
Oh, that's also.
Okay, I thought I was saying things. Okay, maybe Urza is a clock.
No, that's not said, right?
No, no, that's definitely not Nasir. Nasir is not that ugly.
Oh my
Okay,
gosh.
sorry, Urza fans, but
I
but
mean, Nasser is definitely prettier.
okay,
Right?
maybe. Oh yeah,
That's
it's Urza.
Nasser,
It's
right?
definitely Urza.
The card that's like the first one now on the
Yeah.
right.
Oh,
No,
it's
that's
not
Nasser.
Nasir.
That's
Oh,
Nasser.
okay,
That's
maybe I'm
Nasser.
wrong. Sorry,
Yeah,
guys.
because I can see the planeswalker text. So like,
They all look the same.
yeah,
Sorry.
because the cards are small,
Mm.
so sometimes it's hard to tell. But that's Nasser.
Okay,
Oh,
sure.
she's not that
Sorry,
ugly.
sorry. Okay, not a fan of that art. I'm just saying.
Yeah, the anime one is.
E-
Is that the anime one or
no, I
the?
don't think so. What is that?
Actually,
Timely reinforcement.
yeah, that's the
Probably
standard one. That's the standard one.
probably not going to do much against a deck that is already has mentor online with Jace. But it buys Atian sometime. Like it blocks the thing about mentor is it doesn't have trample,
Mm-hmm.
so to speak. But I really don't know how long he can last.
You know what's the funny thing about like the mentor decks, right?
Mm.
It's like they're just basically control decks, right? But
Mm.
then they have mentor. It's like back in standard, like
Mm-hmm.
Esper control is just with hero, so they call it
Yeah,
Esper hero. No,
correct.
like mentor is basically a modern hero.
Okay, it's not set. Just to answer everyone's question. I was wrong. I'm sorry, guys. But yeah, back to the. I think control decks with a faster clock is something that I appreciate because these are the players that is gonna drag the whole game to time.
The
And
whole yeah,
okay,
and then everyone else in the Swiss has to wait.
maybe it's a biased opinion. I tend to lean on fast decks that probably end the game in 15 to 20 minutes.
Mm.
But in totality, like if the games goes to 8 to 9 rounds, and I'm sure they are bound to be control mirrors. I think other
Yeah,
players will appreciate it if they have a valid win con, or B, they play fast. I'm not saying that all control players play slowly.
yeah, yeah.
They
Of
have
course.
line of thoughts. Do I counter? Do I remove? Letting it resolve. What is the drawback? Or
But
do
they
I?
have more. Yeah, you're right. They
Yeah.
have more lines of thoughts than
Mm,
like maybe aggro decks or mid
yes,
range
correct.
decks. Hey,
So
someone in the chat has a question. What's the best deck to play for MCQ?
okay. I personally am in the food for thought. I mean, in the group, the school of thought for any deck that doesn't care about what your opponent is doing.
I'm just gonna say Tron
Yeah.
because I
Okay.
think
Tron is a decent deck.
it's
I feel like
decent.
it benefits from the mulligan a lot. But turn 3 Khan is just not good enough sometimes.
Yeah, it's
So
not.
the meta is fast. There is Moderate Phoenix going on.
Phoenix humans,
Phoenix humans, Grixis Urza, which is really putting up,
Burn,
and
Spirit. I think spirits as well.
spirits, and even the control decks used to have a pretty bad matchup against Tron, but now with the toys, they have Teferi, they have Feel of Ruin. They just get to interact with Tron better, and even with Force of Negation now,
Oh yeah, the counters.
they just have more main deck hit, so to speak, against Tron. So what is the best deck? I don't have the answer because it's modern. The meta shifts so fast, but I would play a deck that doesn't care about how your opponent is winning.
Yeah.
Neoform is one of them. Cheerios is one of them. Grixis Urza is actually one of them. It just doesn't.
Skills, affinity.
Yes, hardened skills, affinity,
Uh,
and where your stress is just how does my opponent interact my win con. Like you don't even have to bother about how your opponent is winning. Is something that I would do, especially if you're playing an MCQ, which is 8 to 9 rounds, if I'm not mistaken.
you
Do
eight
you
eight rounds, I
really
think.
want to sit down and be in the tank and be like Atian digging for answers?
Actually, some control decks actually play really fast.
Yes,
I've played
yes,
I've
correct.
played control
Mm-hmm.
mirrors like I think back in 2016,
Mm-hmm.
blue red control in Kaladesh standard. I played
I
three
love
rounds.
I love that
Three.
standard.
Huh?
I love that standard.
Yeah, yeah. It
Yeah,
was
okay.
okay. I think before Ether Revolt when they printed the stupid Rook Refiner. It was fine in Kaladesh.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean after they nerfed Copter of course, but I played blue red control
Mm-hmm.
against Jeffrey. Jeffrey Chan.
Mhm.
3 rounds of control, right?
Mhm.
Uh, we finished in 45 minutes
That's great.
because both of us played really fast, and I
Yeah.
think some control decks you can actually play fast because like you already made up your mind. Do I want to counter this or do I want to let it resolve
Mm.
before the turn starts? All right, cheers from Evil Chuck. Cheers from Italy. Yeah, cheers from Singapore as
Sup,
well.
Chuck? Okay, I'm not gonna call you evil Chuck because I don't know you yet. So I'm gonna call you Chuck.
Hang on, our camera. Let me
Oh,
fix it.
if both players are playing the proactive deck, who is playing the reactive deck?
The slower deck. The deck with the slower clock will always
Yeah.
be the controller.
If we put two combo decks against each other, the more reactive one I feel will be the one that wins a turn or two later.
Yep.
Like let's say we put skip shift against Neoform, where skip shift is not going to do a lot of winning. If Neoform goes off on turn one or turn two, then the skip shift deck would be the more reactive one. They're trying to answer what your opponent is doing. Not sure how they're gonna react to such decks. But probably in the sideboard they have something to deal with it. I really don't know. Really
Yeah,
don't know.
like generally how it goes in Magic
Yeah.
is that you always have
Yeah.
you have one
Mm.
aggressor and one
Yeah.
defender, right? So the deck that has the slower win con will
Yeah.
always be the
Yeah.
defender. So they always want to aim for 2 for 1s.
Yeah.
And they want to aim for to survive
Yeah.
until late game, then it can turn.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas if there are two decks that are like the same
Mm-hmm.
speed, generally it'll be like who
Mm.
goes first and who goes second. And
Yep.
then usually they'll sideboard accordingly. Like if they
Yes.
lose the first
Yes.
game, so they'll be going first the second game, so they'll sideboard to be
Yeah.
aggressive.
And to answer your question, also there doesn't need to be the reactive deck in the two players. If two decks are playing against each other, I mean both decks are only caring about how they win, then there's no need for reaction. Just go for the win. I mean, if your opponent is faster, it's probably a bad matchup anyway.
Oh,
So
interesting.
what
Yo,
why?
he's attacking with the mentor again.
Yeah. Okay. Back to the game. I hope I answered your question, Exodus. We answered. I mean, um, he can attack with the mentor probably because he has cast a few spell,
Yeah, probably
or
the
he's
prowess.
threatening to cast a few
No,
spells.
yeah,
So,
he hasn't cast any yet, but yeah, he will
mm,
cast a few
so
soon.
this block will force Danny to play a spell anyway.
Yeah.
Um, Trying to get rid of the mentor and whatnot. And Danny, to be honest, is running out of gas. Even the mentor is gonna be dead. I guess there's no more spells. Or did Danny cast a spell? Nope.
I mean,
Nope.
he has no. He's
Oh yeah,
did he?
Danny didn't cast anything.
Oh, but it's still alive. I think
Yeah.
he cast one spell.
Okay. Yeah. It's
Yeah.
probably one spell.
Then the interesting thing is that he does have the Jace again backup.
The
What
Jace
are
is
those?
still.
Are those tokens? Those are the monk tokens, right?
Yes, those are the monk
Alright.
tokens. So
Yeah.
he has 4 monk tokens, and I'm just so sad for Atian. He didn't draw the Supreme Verdict.
Uh,
Uh, I'm not sure whether Blue White still plays Supreme Verdict. I'm really not sure.
I think
Or
main
Terminus.
board they will play
Yeah,
at
one
least
bought white, right? And his
one
problems
or
will
two
be
copies.
solved
Yeah.
if he had like force of negation, hard cards,
Interesting.
trigger. I mean he doesn't have any play anymore. Is it 4 mana? What's that? It's a planeswalker. Oh, Jace.
Oh, he
Jace.
wanted. Yeah.
Okay, if Achen counters this, which I assume he would, Achen still needs to answer 5 tokens on board. Probably Jace will bounce something. I think that's the play. Or he's going to like dig for a Supreme Verdict. So if he counters, he can't Supreme Verdict.
Yeah. So
If he
he.
doesn't counter, he has a lot of things to deal on the board. So
I think he's like on high enough life
yeah.
total to counter right now, take the damage, and then try to fish
Yeah,
for
I,
the
I
board
I will
wipe.
go for the counter and then bounce the mentor.
Yeah,
That would be a safer play, so to speak.
I just think in the
And
long term, right? Because like if you let that
mm,
planeswalker stay on the board,
yeah.
doesn't get answered by the board wipe, then
Yeah.
it's gonna get advantage for Danny in the
So
next few
yeah,
turns.
I really feel yep you should counter this if he has a counter magic. But I see one island and what's the card beside? It looks
In this hand,
yeah. I can't see.
yeah, we'll see when he starts
Come
flicking
on,
his hand.
flicker your
Flick,
card
flick,
so I
flick.
can see
Oh,
something.
there
Come
we go.
on, is it counter magic? Oh, it doesn't look like counter magic.
I don't think it is. It looks like
Oh,
a.
I didn't know it exiles.
Oh
Ooh,
yeah, it does exile.
he's representing a blocker. So I just don't attack with mentor. I mean, like,
Yeah, just
it's
swing in
not
with
a
the
big
monks.
deal. Okay, so Danny, what is he gonna do? If he draws any spell right now, will be he's just gonna flashback. Serum Vision will be good. Or a discard spell, either one. But if you have Serum Vision, oh, you can target Spell Pierce. It gives flashback, is it?
I think there's spell pierce in Zhiqian's hand. I think.
Oh, he's trying to retrace something. Yep, Serum Vision. Oh, he's targeting Spell Pierce. Oh wow. And Aqian didn't respond with what do you call it? Cryptic command. So I assume,
I don't think he has it.
yeah, that it's safe for Danny to attack. The
Yeah.
activation of Colonnade will probably cost him a lot. So
It's,
yep.
it's 4 or 5, I think.
Yeah. So activating means like he's just trying to fake the two cards in hand. So I'm not sure if I'm Aqian. Do I take this? He's still at 20 life. So if he casts a spell, he'll be down to 10.
Yeah.
Oh, that's still quite a fast clock.
Mentors, man.
Yes, Mentos. If the Mentos token didn't have prowess, maybe it won't be as expensive as it is now, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
This card is like restricted in vintage or something. What's that?
Wait, is it? Wait.
Yeah, it's restricted or something. You can only play one. Oh, so he fatal pushes his own mentor to
Oh,
get
that's
the
clever.
prowess.
Get the powers trigger.
I mean, if the clock isn't moving anyway, why would you do that? I feel that it's a premium removal to Colonnade.
He's just YOLOing, I
Yeah, he's just doing
guess.
like okay, it's fine. I mean, like you shorten it to a 2 turn clock. I assume this is before. I mean, sorry, this is after
After he did not
block
declare blocks, yeah.
close. Oh, now he's gonna spell pierce his own to
And
get another prowess.
push even more, yeah.
So this is 15. But if the clock
Yo, but
doesn't
that's kind
change,
of painful to throw away so many cards just for
yeah.
some damage, right? Especially in the, like, what if he top decks a board, right? We're kind of,
Hmm.
okay, there comes the Snapcaster. What's he gonna? Can he even bring back anything?
Okay, he's gonna bounce and draw.
All right,
But this is
awesome.
after blockers are declared. Yeah,
Yeah,
three,
yeah. So
six,
he's
12.
still gonna take 12. He's gonna
Oh,
be.
I think the life total is not updated. Like Achen is like, I mean the
Oh
reaction
yeah,
that he
yeah.
has, he
Oh,
might
they're
die.
using the life pad.
Oh no.
No.
Okay, we'll remind them later. Oh yep. Oh
It's alright.
maybe.
Oh, there we go.
Oh yeah, it's not updated.
Oh, it's on two.
There's 5
It's on
tokens,
two now.
15 damage.
Oh,
Yep,
no
yep.
wonder he pushed for the
Yeah,
aggression. He
they
wants to
just win
threaten
on the
Lito.
stop.
Wants to threaten Lito next turn, no matter what.
Supreme verdict. He needs supreme verdict to get back in this game.
Oh, Ultratron. Yeah, I don't think there are any in the store tonight, but yeah, I know why you want to see it. It won SCG Classic last weekend,
Mm.
didn't it?
We will find out and get back to you. Eldrazi Tron is, yeah, it's been owning Modo actually. It's been everywhere.
Yeah, I wonder why. Maybe it's because of the different the more mid range
I
based metagame. I guess
yes,
that's why it's
and
putting up
just
results.
Chalice is just in a good place right now.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, Chalice is.
Oh, and another thing is that
Yep.
uh a few decks that used to prey on the Eldertron are like kind of on the down low right
Mm-hmm.
now, like regular Tron and Dredge, right?
Mm-mm.
So I guess it's pretty decent right now. So it'll
Yep.
be pretty fun. What a good way to sideboard for the MCQ.
Really depends on what you're playing. Um, as a rule of thumb, probably I would dedicate 3 artifact hit, 3 graveyard hit, and other cards just to protect whatever you're doing. But definitely, in a wide meta, you should have certain answers to I win cards like ensnaring bridge if you're playing a creature deck, or chalice of the void if you're playing those EZ Phoenix kind of style. Sideboard, what will be a good way to sideboard for MCQ is really just understanding what you play and have certain answers to a common decks out there. So probably 1 week before an MCQ, go to Goldfish, go to MTG Top 8, see what are the most played decks and adjust your sideboard from there. So
yeah.
nothing much is modern. It's not like standard where you know what's the best deck,
I
you know.
mean, also if you know what Singaporean players like to play in
Yeah,
modern, then it'll
that,
be
that that really
advantage,
helps
right?
actually. That really helps. If you know,
Yeah.
game one, I'm gonna play against Atsian, then probably play 4 choke, 4 boil, you know, like
For choke for more. I think that'll be
ridiculous. But
putting yourself in a lot of trouble for the rest of the
the rest of the game,
tournament.
I just refuse to lose to blue white control today. Okay, then main deck what
Actually,
Tran.
like when I pick a deck for tournaments, so
Yeah,
you know how I do it? As I'm like, what do I absolutely do not want to lose against? And then I
yeah,
just pick a deck based
yeah,
on
yeah.
that.
I think in that is reasonable. Like certain days, you just don't want to lose to burn. Wow, main deck 4 core firewalker, 4 dragon claw. You know, like just just do what you feel is right.
Do what
Eh,
your heart desires.
yes, so it's modern. Did he exile cryptic command
Oh,
after he flashed? Yes, he did. He
he
did.
did, right?
He put it at the side. It's just
Yeah,
outside of the camera range.
can't see, but
Yeah,
he did.
he did.
So don't worry.
And it's Achen, don't worry. He's not known for dark arts. Like he has a clean slate.
And that's his second cryptic command
Yeah, he did cast cryptic command earlier.
twice, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, so this should be second
that
copy.
this is the second copy.
Yep. All right.
So it looks like he's stabilizing actually.
Yeah, but
Cryptic
he
to
still needs the board wipe
yeah.
to get around this.
Oh,
Oh,
bounce now set and tap
oh,
at upkeep
all
because knowing
right.
that Danny has no cards in hand. Serum vision. Ooh, Danny.
This is getting very tense.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, I think he wants to cast the mentor first. Yep, yep. And
All
then
right.
serum vision.
Yep, yeah.
Yeah.
Get the token.
So yeah, one is untapped, I guess.
I think it's a bit dangerous for Danny to be overextending like this, right?
Yeah, I if I'm Danny, I'll just
I would.
serum first because he needs ball white. Force him to have the ball white first. Step out, tap his mana. But if this keeps up, okay, Achin is not in a great place after all. He needs his ball white.
That's not a board wipe. Is
There's
it?
no what is that
Wait, what's
detention
that?
sphere? Oh no, Nasir again. Try to dig for the
Yes,
ball white.
yes.
Even detention sphere will be good enough. Target the tokens.
And boom, all the tokens are
Yeah.
gone. But then the problem is the
Mm.
mentor is there to
Yeah,
generate.
but the token is the one
Oh,
representing the problem
that's
right now. Oh, he fizzled. Two path. The
that's
path is not going to do it. Like he has more
uh,
attackers and blockers.
I don't
Um,
think that I think that's it, right? I don't think there's anything he can do to survive.
unless he's trying to represent another cryptic command, which
Oh yeah, that would be fine.
yeah,
Or
or
like settle the wreckage
settle
or
the
something.
wreckage. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh, settle the wreckage would be oof.
I remember when Settle spiked hard because it was played in both standard and modern. Then
Yeah.
I sold all three copies.
Well done.
It was funny because I was playing a jank standard deck as I
Mhm.
usually do. It's very
Mhm.
weird because I always like to play
Uh-huh.
janky standard decks, and then sometimes the individual pieces of the cards inside them will spike.
Oh
Like a
yeah.
few years ago, I was playing a green white ram right with
Mhm.
second sun,
Win con.
yeah second sun, and then like suddenly my settle spike and my carnage tyrant spike. I'm like okay sure, and then like now my Dreadhawk Arcanist and my feathers. Well, I don't think my feathers spike yet, but now my Dreadhawk Arcanist are like double the price that I bought them
Well
for. I'm like
done. Yeah, that is the thing
yes.
about Magic. Sometimes the cards that you play just like, oops, just grow so expensive,
Yeah.
and then they're like,
A
yeah,
big
that's just
oops.
Magic. Okay, now Danny casting Teferi before combat really just forces Archien.
Yeah.
Now you can't fake things anymore. Like if you don't have an answer to this Teferi, that's it. You're done. You're just so done. Ooh, he does have the Settle the Wreckage, but the thing is, Teferi just
The f-
said, yoo-hoo, no,
yeah,
no.
counter.
Okay, he's gonna counter it with Dovin's Veto. Still living out 4 mana. So
Wow, Danny
if I'm Danny,
can't resolve it.
like is Settle the Wreckage is something you should play around. Like if I'm Danny, like I mean the thing about blue white control, their board wipes are so diverse, right?
Yeah.
Like what do I do? Like do I play around this card? Do I go for the win or do I become conservative and attack only with like tokens just nice to get through the blockers?
How many tokens is there? One, two, three, four,
Enough
five,
to win the game,
six,
I guess.
seven, eight. Right. So
Yeah.
he should swing in with I
There's
think
also a
half
path.
of them.
Yeah, there's path
Okay, he's gonna swing in with three of them, all two face. So
yes.
he will
So yeah,
block
Achen
like
is just gonna
so
block
and take
and
two. Yeah,
okay.
he's that's actually correct.
Wow,
Impressive.
Danny soul reading the
Very, very
two,
impressive.
1, 2. Oh no, he only has one card in hand. So
So
yep,
he's gonna puff.
buff one of them. Yeah, sure. Oh, Esper Mentors plays a lot of no, not enough. Basics. So he didn't search. Probably in the well maybe D serum. No, right? Okay.
Did he?
No, he didn't. So
Uh,
probably represent telling Achen like, okay, I don't have basics anymore.
wait.
I really think that Achen is in a good spot right now.
No, I mean, he will still lose if he doesn't get Supreme Verdict.
Yeah. Oh,
Like once,
okay. Problem solved. Problem solved.
oh,
Verdict right
verdict
now.
is, yeah.
Okay, now you see the blue white can
Now he's
control
gonna
play.
come back,
Yeah, he can attack with the colonnade, like trying to. Oh yeah.
push.
I would attack with the colonnade only because the colors does not have haste.
Yeah,
I
just
mean I mean the opponent's color does not have face. And what's a good threat anyway to cast the mentor? Probably, but you already have the settled wreckage in hand.
yeah.
And unearth doesn't give it haste, right?
Doesn't.
Okay, then
He
yeah, it's
just
fine. And
takes it back,
just try. Yep, that's what he should do. Like trying to
push
clock
in,
snap path, I
snap
guess.
path.
Oh, snap push. I mean,
Oh yeah, push. Bye
where's the
bye.
push? Yeah, he should have a push. Yep,
Oh, it's a promo push.
path upkeep. Yeah, just so that he doesn't draw counter magic. It doesn't matter.
Oh,
Yeah,
he
it doesn't matter.
has
Yeah,
no.
he has settled the wreckage anyway.
Yeah,
But now Artian doesn't have a clock, so
yeah. So
he
that's
needs
a
to like
very
slow
problematic.
chill down. Naset can't activate anymore. So the hand is settled the wreckage and a land draws another Naset.
Oh,
Oh,
that's
that's a good
good. That's
draw.
good.
Tap. At this point, he's just not asking for permission anymore. There's no cards in hand.
May I?
Yeah, just
Yes, you
okay.
may.
Ooh, that's a
Pact
pretty
opt
stocked
takes
one.
the opt.
Yeah, either orb or force
Wait.
negation. It doesn't really
Oh, he
matter.
has. I think opt in this case. I
Yeah.
suppose
Depends. If he has an answer to the mentor, then screw it.
he has settled.
Yeah.
But then again,
Mm,
actually, I think Danny will swing in with mentor. So, oh, he takes the force.
yeah. Protect the settle the wreckage. I feel. Um, Danny has no choice. He has to attack and play around. If he doesn't have a spell, probably he won't be incentivized to attack, just in case of a snapcaster bamboozle.
Wait,
Mm.
guys, this is game one, but it's already like look at the time.
Yeah, that I see. Do you see the problem of playing blue white control, or a
I
reactive deck?
think just in general,
Uh,
playing, yeah, playing
Slow decks. You
this.
see, this is game one, and okay, not that he's losing this game. I don't see him losing this game, but
But
the
you're
amount of
gonna,
effort you need, right, to win one game, and then go to time
yeah.
and
The
then win
problem
game
for
one.
me
Oh.
personally, my
Mm.
personal pet peeve is absolutely hate going to time.
Mm-hmm.
Like I would rather lose than go to time because it doesn't feel like it really doesn't feel good, right? Like to have a draw generally
Mm.
in situations where a draw can be avoided.
True.
So
And
that's why I always play very fast and like if you see me play at Com Aria, right?
mm-hmm.
I always play very fast, and when
Okay.
it's my opponent's turn, I always like check the clock. Like
Yes.
I purposely turn my head to the clock to tell him I'm checking for time. If you play too slow, I'm going to call the judge on
Yeah.
you. Cause
Yeah. It's important.
it's important. I feel like players should protect themselves against slow play.
Mm.
Of course in this case they're clearly not playing slowly, right?
Mm.
They're taking very reasonable amounts of time for each of their turns. But now like this is still first game and we're going down to 17
Minutes.
minutes.
Yep.
So it's very if this doesn't go to zero, it's possible that it will just go to go to time, right?
And yeah, Danny
Oh but
made the correct choice to concede, seeing that the Teferi is on board with a colony. Because even though he is the aggressor in this matchup, he doesn't have enough time.
yeah.
Like he is still quite reactive.
I mean he's definitely the game for him definitely there's no
Yeah.
winning. So he
He
scoops.
doesn't have the turn three win or or something like that. So he needs time. He needs time to set up his mentors. He needs time to set up his win cons. And I see guys in the sideboard as well. So knowing
Guys,
oh yeah,
definitely.
and knowing that Artian plays Settle the Wreckage, he really needs to now play in a certain way. But if his opponent has 4 mana up, he can't go all in and like go crazy, attack with your tokens or attack with your guys, because it's just not worth it.
Hmm.
So this will force the aggressor to play slower at times, and with the clock to beat, right? Yeah, conceding right now, just now,
It's good.
it's the correct choice. Even knowing that if you win, you'll probably end up in a unintentional draw. But I mean, like that's what you sign up for.
Yeah. So a question in the
Mm.
in the comments. What's it called? Chat. Which is better for humans? 3 Talia, 1 Unsettled or 2-2?
Okay. To answer this question, really, go to Goldfish, go to MTG Top 8, see what are the most played decks. Talia is pretty good against Tron, against spell heavy decks.
Phoenix.
Phoenixes. If you're trying to hedge against the Phoenixes deck or some uh Tron or control decks so that they can't Supreme Verdict or settle wreckage on turn 4, then Talia would probably be nice. But if you're seeing a removal heavy meta, which is not spell based, because Talia protects the bolts and whatnot,
Yeah.
then probably play a 2-2 split because unsettled Marina is also pretty good. It protects you and your permanents. So the opponent can't just go Field of Ruin on turn 3 to pluck your land, and then they need to pay the extra one tax. So it really depends on the configuration of your human decks as well.
Again,
Uh
is the question is what do you want to be
to
better
be
prepared
yeah,
against?
better we can see if you want to win against Storm, play Unsettled Marina. Once they
Yeah,
go crazy, once they storm for like a million, and you just violate and be like, yeah, fight this,
can't
fight
touch
this.
this.
Yeah, so the
Yeah.
that is
Oh, I still have the mental up. Whoops.
yep. And then if you want to win by clocking them, so probably a turn 2 Talia will probably be good enough, and then you try to clock them in Meddling Mage and whatnot.
Generally, from my point of view,
Mm,
you can't go wrong with Talia.
yes, definitely.
Unsettled is more like it's like it has more niche applications, but
Mm,
when it comes in, it can save you
yep.
super heavy. So it's like uh, it really depends. Yeah, like Shake said, depends whether or not you because sometimes unsettled doesn't
Mm,
really do as much as
mm,
Talia, but it will save you in the situations where
mm.
you need him.
Yep.
So maybe 3-1 because a lot of people do 3-1 split.
Yep.
If you want to do a 2-2 split, you maybe want maybe you are targeting a like yeah like what she said the storm decks.
Mm.
You really want to catch them off guard, so you play 2 copies. So it's more likely that you have it.
Yep. So I personally feel go to Goldfish, see the best decks, and adjust your main board and sideboard from there. But if you're very very comfortable with your deck, you know what your deck is doing, and you have established you are the kind of player that I don't care about interaction. I want more proactive cards in the main board because humans they do have meddling mage, they do have what do you call it, kite sail freebooters and whatnot to have some form of disruption. But you want to go lower on them, then Talia would be a better pick.
Mm.
Like Talia protects you from the on curve board wipes, and as well as just
On curve
some
spot removal.
sometimes just irritate the hell of your opponent. To be honest, like you turn two Talia against a burn player. Now
Oh,
if he has 2 mana, he can't Searing Blaze your Talia, and he has to bolt that Talia if he wants to like progress his game. So I just feel that yeah, Talia is just better overall in a wider
more
meta.
versatile.
Yep,
Yes.
Talia is more versatile. So hope we answer your question. And yep, okay, now game two. Danny is not playing against his opponent. Danny is playing against the clock because
Yeah.
the opponent is up a game, and this control players. If you win game one,
Just chill.
yeah,
You can just
just
draw
chill
it.
out, and you know that you have time on your side. You know,
Not telling you, not saying you should intentionally slow play, but
mm,
realistically in a situation like this,
yeah, you have time. And okay, Danny plucked the only playable card, which is Dovin's Veto, because the hand was 4 lands and 2
oh,
ops.
interesting.
Okay, the thing is, Achen can keep such hands, the four
Yeah,
land
he
hand,
can. He can.
because he knows that his opponent is gonna be, he's not gonna win me on turn 2 or 3.
Control mirror. You can just
Yeah,
keep the slow
yeah.
hand. No
Keep the
problem.
four land 2 op, very reasonable keep, and Danny might side in a lot of interaction where he doesn't have the win con. So,
Mm.
you know what? Why not, right?
Ah,
Just
why
play this.
not?
Yeah, just play this slow game. You already ahead on the clock.
Yeah, but he's not gonna like slow play. He's gonna play it
Yeah,
fair.
yeah.
Very
I
nice.
have pet peeves against play people who play slow. Like I can name a few, but I just don't want to do on stream.
Of course not.
Yeah,
Please don't.
but if you know you're the kind of slow player or uses the clock to your advantage, not that it is strong in competitive REL, but be a decent person. That's all I can say. Be a decent person.
Yeah.
Yeah, no problem, KC. Like glad to be helped. Okay, slamming the Teferi against
Alright.
the control mirror, knowing that he saw 2 ops and whatever nonsense, right?
You know,
So,
there's this interesting story I have with
okay,
Alfian getting slow played by someone, and then that same like what happened was that Alfian was playing a PPTQ back
okay,
in
when it was around,
2016,
okay.
back when it was around. Uh, he got basically he got slow played by his opponent like very obviously. Like his
Mm-mm.
opponent has like one land, one playable card in hand, and
Mm-hmm.
he takes like 2 minutes to play that one card.
Mm-hmm.
So um he like back then Alfian was still new lah. I think we just started Magic
Mm-hmm.
together, so he doesn't call a judge. And to be fair, I think most players also they don't really protect themselves against slow play, which is why
Yes.
I think it's still quite a rampant problem.
Mm-hmm.
So what happened is that it went to time.
Mm-hmm.
He got the draw, right? So kind of annoying, even though like it was 1-1 and then Alfian was with like advantage to win.
Mhm.
So his opponent just dragged it out. Then a few weeks later, the same guy
Mhm.
complains on Facebook that he's annoyed that his opponents are allowed to slow play and then the judges don't do anything about it. And
Oh
then he's sort
my
of like,
goodness.
haha, karma.
I would fatal push that guy off of
But that
set.
was 4 years ago.
But the thing is,
So
I'm sorry if I talk about slow play, it will take more, and I will probably won't talk about the game. But no, if you slow players out there, you know who you are. Stop it. Stop it. Be a decent person. That's it.
actually, for me, there's I always like to play fast because
Mm-hmm.
slow play. Okay, back then I used to play like Hearthstone, Shadowverse, right?
Mm.
Slow play in games like those, right? And even though there's nothing wrong with slow playing those games because there's a player per player timer,
Mm.
player based timer,
Okay.
I still did not like to slow play
Mm-hmm.
because slow play unnecessary slow play implies that you do not have practice with your deck
True.
because you are thinking about situations that where you should have practice and situations that you should be familiar with.
Mm-hmm.
If you slow play, like if you spend like a minute or two on turn 4, turn 5, where you have three options in your hand and three options in the course of play, that's perfectly fine.
Yes.
But if you spend 1.5 minutes on turn 2
Yeah.
thinking about
Uh,
which cantrip
Yeah.
to play, you definitely have not practiced
Yes.
enough.
Correct. And then I just feel that yes, there are a lot of options if you're playing reactive decks.
Shik's phone is charging. He'll check it
Yeah,
after.
I'll check it later. I am, what do you call it? Yes, charging my phone.
Oh, this is the. Oh no, he heard of the story I was talking about.
Oh, are we talking about the same player? Okay, Scription. I don't know who
It's
you are.
Alfian. He's Alfian.
Oh, it's
So
Alfian.
I was telling the chat about the time he got slow played by someone
Oh,
when
okay,
we were
okay.
still new.
Sure, I will check it out because really, I know one guy. I'm sorry, I exposed the gender,
Patience, patience.
but oh my god, that guy deserves to be banned. I'm just saying. Okay, but
It's
moving
okay.
back to the game. I really feel that Danny just doesn't have a chance to win anymore.
Yeah,
Chase has resolved
it's
on the field with Nasset. Okay, the only silver lining he has Teferi, so like they are playing basically Hearthstone right now. Like yeah,
actually this is why I hate the small Teferi more than the big Teferi.
mm-hmm.
It turns games into Hearthstone.
Yes, but also another thing I'm thankful about this Teferi, it's because control mirrors now have no reason to waste time. You
Oh
you 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 can't say you wait, I'm on in the tank. No, you read my
no.
Teferi. Like
Yeah.
you have no time to think. Like no, it's
Actually
my
that's
turn.
interesting.
It's my
Yeah.
turn means it's my turn. Like ignore whatever you have in your hand. So
That's very true.
yeah, a lot of people are saying this mini Teferi is annoying. It changes the way you play the game. But I for once am thankful because the decks that play Teferi is a very good matchup for me.
Mm.
B, it just stops the rampant control players wasting time. I'm
Yep.
sorry that if you disagree with me, but it's an opinion. I might be wrong.
Hey, pros and cons, right?
Yeah. But I just hate control players. That's all.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Hey,
End of discussion.
not all control players,
Not
man.
all,
Not all
but
control players.
okay. Rephrase. I hate control decks. Decks.
Ah.
Yes. Yep. So now we see a reminiscent of standard planeswalkers in the
Super friends,
battlefield.
super friends.
Super friends and
Esper control
yeah,
versus
blue white
like,
something playing one illegal planeswalker, which is Jace.
oh my gosh,
Okay.
War of the Spark really added a lot to the control to the planeswalker.
I
Yeah, of
know.
course, right? Because 20 what? How many planeswalkers there?
20-ish. Okay, but if you talk about playable, probably less than 10. But
But that's still a lot. Normally
yeah.
each set will add like one or two playable planeswalkers.
Yep.
So now you have wow, less than 10. I mean, that's like 5
Mm-hmm.
plus. That's
Mm-hmm.
a lot.
Yeah, and Danny is I would say a pretty bad spot. Yes, he has the Teferi protection, but he doesn't have a clock, and he's 5 minutes into to game closing and into the last
5
five
minutes
turns.
plus 5 turns
He's
into a
just going
loss.
for a draw, and imagine if this is competitive REL, or an MCQ or
Chen will
something.
just be sitting there chilling.
Yeah, and
It's
and
like, I want this already.
yeah, he's got this, and that's the problem
Yeah.
with certain matchups. Like I'm not saying that this is a rampant problem that magic tournaments are facing, but these are just one of the few things to look at. Like if you are a player that is very patient, then okay, by all means, play the deck that you're comfortable with, regardless of the speed. But if you're playing out there for stamina, and as well as your sanity, then I strongly suggest if the format has turn 3 kills, turn 2, turn 1, go for it.
Yeah, yeah.
Like if
All
the
all in, right?
yeah yeah
It's like if you can determine every game with your
mm,
opening hand, then you just do it.
yeah, but the thing I like about this game is like Achen is showing the experience with his deck. I've played with him a couple of times.
Yeah, yeah. I've and
And
on stream as
yeah,
well.
on stream, off stream, and just the way he plays in general, he is very familiar with the deck. He
Yeah.
plays to his outs, and he's not known to. The good thing is he's not known to slow play as a control player. That's
Yes.
that's very important.
He never slow
He never
plays.
slow plays. He knows what he's doing. So if you have the amount of practice and familiarity with this decks, this kind of decks like mid range or control, and you're very confident that the clock is not your enemy, right?
Mm-hmm.
Go for it. Like
Yeah.
modern is about A, playing the best deck maybe, but B, just being familiar with the deck. And, you see the 5-0 list, random decks out of nowhere will just win you. If you go to
Yeah.
Goldfish, you'll probably see. I saw one today, which mono green beat down, just straight up cast creature attack. Can 5-0. Yeah, you know what? Just play what you like. One day you will get that 5-0.
Playing, yeah, if you're like a Timmies, right? That's what they
Yeah,
call. You just play what you enjoy.
yeah.
Make it work. It
Mm.
will reward you one day.
And one thing, modern is not a cheap format, so to speak. You playing the best deck like these two is $1,000 each. That is a lot of money to commit to a hobby, I feel. If
Same.
if you're a newer player, I just feel that you shouldn't be intimidated by the cost of these decks. Play decks which are within your budget, and then grow from there. Like maybe if you wanna start, maybe play mono red burn, and then if you have extra cash, you upgrade it slowly to boros.
Boros.
And it works well. I mean, like if you're looking for to win competitively, then you have to put in the money. But if you're just starting to understand the format, there are decks out there which is below $300, which can give you the same results as this $1,000 decks. Like for example, Mono Red Phoenix is one of the decks that shows that money is not a factor.
I mean, it's
Eh,
still kind of pricey on its own,
mm,
but just because it's like
mm.
I think the only pricey part is the other
Yeah,
phoenixes and
Phoenixes.
the
And
what else?
actually, the sideboard cards. If you
Oh
don't want to
yeah,
play like
sideboards.
leyline and sideboard, it
But
will go down lower.
the reason it's so cheap is because it's monocolored, so it
Yeah.
doesn't play any like expensive
Mm,
lands. Generally, the price of the decks contributed
mm.
by the fetch lands and
Yes.
what else?
Fetch. Yeah, that's it.
Oh
Fetch
yeah,
land.
just the fetch lands.
And blue is generally a color you tend to stay away from if you're on a budget. I feel like
Mm.
one Jace is $100. Is it worth it? I mean, if you're Archie, he's probably say it's gonna be worth it. But if you're a rate player or a fast player like me, I'm like no, Jace is not worth it. Jace is half the cost of a mono red Phoenix deck, so nope, not worth it.
Oh, our Chen has
A
fanboy. You know
fanboy.
why? Because our fan likes to wear blue. He's playing blue, white.
Mm, if that's the reason, you're not number one fanboy. I'm sorry.
Is
And yeah, Kenya, glad that you agree.
yeah. Play what you like.
Yes, just play what you like. Yeah, some people are gonna be annoyed with your deck choices. If you like Lantern, if you like 8 all these annoying decks.
Wait, is it rack annoying? I like playing against it rack.
I mean, it depends. If you're playing an aggro deck, you don't care what Iraq is doing. But if you're playing Storm, they will probably give you fits.
Of course, any aggro deck will give you a fit.
So like,
But
yeah,
yeah, lantern control. It's
Lantern
like
control is dead.
I don't mind playing against it. Just don't drag, right?
Yeah, yeah. Probably if you have the lock, your opponent will understand. Like, okay, I'm gonna mill the top 4 cards of your deck. You have 0 outs.
Yeah,
It,
review
it,
Ipulette and boom boom boom.
yeah.
That's it.
So
In the revealette.
yeah. In modern, I am an advocate for play within your means. That's a number one. Unless you have if you money aside, if you have all the money in the world, or you can buy any deck, then just play what you like.
Play vintage.
Yeah, that's one. But if you are a player from standard transitioning to modern, I really feel don't jump the guns. Like
Yeah.
don't buy a deck unless it's similar to your standard deck playstyle. Then probably you like it, then you probably have a hang of it. But just don't spend so much. I see on the Facebook auction page on the one to buy one to sell. Certain players, they want to buy these cards, they want to buy this deck. They buy already. 1 week later,
Boom.
sell.
Sell. Yeah.
And I'm like, this I mean, okay, at least you get to try it out.
Yeah.
But if you have friends to lend you first, I think that's the first step. But sometimes these mistakes are costly, like you buy a deck and then you resell them at a lower price. You lost money for nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
So
like
like modern, right? It's like you have to
mm.
develop. So first you must develop an attachment to your deck. So you build
Yes.
it budget first.
Yes.
Like there are expensive decks that you can just replace some of the cards, right? Like
Mm-hmm.
in fact, for example, most of the cards like from the fetch lands
Yes.
and noble hierarch,
Mm-hmm.
the rest of the deck is pretty cheap.
Mm-hmm.
Just build that without the hierarchs, and then
Yeah.
you just start playing, and then you learn the ins, the
Yeah.
outs,
Mm-hmm.
like how to pilot the deck with the handicap of not having the fetches and noble hierarch.
Yep.
Then once you push through that, you can get the expensive stuff, and then
Yeah.
you just start balling out of
Yep.
control because you've played with the handicap. It's like those
Yeah.
athletes who run with the weights on their legs.
And then once they remove the weights, I was like, wow,
Uh,
2.4.
they're going sicko mode.
Too easy. Probably run like Naruto.
Naruto run.
So yeah, and I at this point in time I don't understand why Danny is playing on. Not that there's anything wrong with playing on. Um just that he is down a game and is down to the last 5 turns, knowing that he can't win, even with the clock. I mean, even with the last 5 turns, because it's not enough. He only has 2 attack steps. It's not gonna be enough. I'm not saying that this is wrong, but sometimes it's okay to concede, knowing
And
that
this
you're
is
down a game, and just to refresh and reset your mind for the next game, and don't think too much. Just like, okay, I lost the first round, but the next game I'm gonna do better. I'm gonna play tighter and those kind of things. And yeah, I would have just considered, only because I know there's no chance of me winning.
I think
Mm-hmm.
are they no, not yet. I thought they were scooping.
Yeah, even with the Teferi protection, right? Not that it's a bad thing. He's really slowing Achen down, but Achen now has
I guess maybe he just wants to like get the motion of like what he would be playing like if it wasn't going to time.
yeah.
So like to drag and see if he can get his
Mm.
answers. So
And MCQ is coming, so it's good to practice.
yeah.
And you can see Achen is not interested in closing the game because he attacked the planeswalker. He's
Yeah,
really not
it's like
interested.
it's over.
He has a 2 turn
Alright.
clock, but he chose to attack the planeswalker. So it is an indication that once you're ahead in the game, you can make decisions based on, like, just whatever.
Yeah.
So
Is that
like,
it?
yep, this game is over. For sure.
Still playing.
Danny can't win. But yeah, I hope that everyone, like, kind of get to know what the modern is all about, and it's nice to see two interactive decks sometimes. It took all our time usually.
Yeah, usually
Yeah,
we'll
yeah,
have some break, but like
yeah. 15
looks like
minutes
after
and
this we're gonna just put a short ad break
short, like, toilet break or something,
and
and
then
then
move on to round
to move
two.
on to round two. And yeah, also showcasing the diversity of the modern format.
Yeah.
Um,
They're just casually taking a call.
yeah, like, how do I put it? Like, there are decks out there which wins on turn 3. There are decks out there which is out winning turn 20, turn 30, and I hope that if you guys
Prison.
are new in modern, like, you know what you like. You can watch our streams, our previous videos, just to understand
Yep.
what is your play style. Sometimes if you don't have the cash in hand, or you just not willing to invest yet, one good way is to watch streams, just to, yeah,
Yeah,
get a feel of what you like to
watch
play.
VODs. Like if you go on our channel, YouTube channel, Griller Games, we have all
Yes.
the VODs there
Yes.
with the format. So you just look at our modern playlist, and then
Mm-hmm.
you can look at you can search for the decks which you want to watch. We have lots of variety in the
Mm-hmm.
store. We have people playing Tron, Spirits,
Mm-hmm.
Phoenix,
Yeah.
Dredge,
Anything.
Control,
Yes. Anything
a
that you
lot
can
of
think of.
stuff. Modern is a very colorful format.
Yes.
Very one modern that I like is
Yes.
Cheerios.
Cheerios. Basing on your choice, you say that you like Cheerios. You want to win on the spot. Cheerios is one of the decks where turn 2 you resolve the wing con, the bear, so to speak. And then you go off from there. Really shows like the kind of player that you are. Like, you just want to win on the spot, win fast so that you have a lot more time. But you hardly get into the okay. The thing about modern, do not be so called fooled by the top 8 list, because modern is about representation. If 100 players play Phoenix, definitely some of the Phoenix players are gonna hit the top 8, gonna hit top 16, gonna hit top 32. So these numbers are, trying to it's kind of warped just because of like the number of people playing the best decks, or the number of people playing the deck, which kind of like warps the number. So yeah,
Interesting comment in the chat. But yeah, it's like representation, right?
yeah.
So
I just feel like, yeah, Adha Shah, I know who you are, and is Sheikh single? Yes, yes. Yeah, my answer is yes.
yeah, so like representation is like you have, yeah, so most people are playing the popular decks, right?
Yes.
So the decks that are not as popular, they won't make it into top 8 as often, right? So
Yeah.
you want to look for the lists that do make it, and you want
Mhm.
to see what they do right.
Mhm.
Like maybe they have certain tech against
Mm.
the mainstream. So of course, another thing if you're like building decks, right, is that you want to look at what the other decks in your color, uh, the tech that they play, right? So maybe like across like all white decks, they'll play Path to Exile against mid range decks. Is a
Mhm.
really good answer. So like bit by bit, you want to assemble your deck like this to have your win con and your uh the answers against other decks. That's
Mhm.
how you build the deck.
Yes. Uh, Finally the game is
Finally,
over.
all right.
Like I knew, like Danny had no chance
Yeah, they're just playing for fun.
for familiarity, whatever that is.
For
So
MCQ
yes,
practice.
we will be back shortly. Is there are just a few players rounding up their scores, so we will get
We'll just
to
put a short ad break
yes.
and then we're gonna be back soon.
Yes, 5 minutes, boys.
Yeah, stay tuned.
We do more talking about outside the game and the game.
Actually, that's fine. Like normally it's okay because once with these matchups are really like straightforward. Then
Yeah.
there's nothing to talk about lah.
Yeah, if not, it's so boring talking about the game. There's nothing else. I know like what you want